Hey, what's up, guys? It's the final round, and my name is Jordan. This is a channel where the episodes come out the day before the lines drop. So when the lines do drop, I have a Discord with the link in the description. You can join the Discord, and discussions go on all day long about the lines. With this channel, I'm just presenting you opportunities that I find in the data. That when the lines drop, you can compare it, and you can pick and choose which ones you like. You can fade the ones you don't like, and a lot of people do well with this type of data. And also with this channel, I don't charge for picks. I don't want to charge for picks. I don't think it's right to pay money for something if you don't know if it's going to work or not. So if you would like to, if you do well, and these opportunities and picks do help you win, and if you would like to give back, I have a Cash App and Venmo. Links are in the description at Final Round 11. You can also use the super thanks on YouTube if you'd like to donate that way as well. And I'm not gonna push the jock market thing anymore. I don't think I got enough referrals. I think it was just 4 total. So I don't think I'm going to be getting a sponsorship from them, which is fine. We keep grinding. We keep trying to do our best to make money. And maybe, another sponsor will jump up one day. I did get an email from Odds Jam. I've seen their name on like a bunch of other channels, and they're just not a good fit for this channel because my videos come out before the lines come out, so it doesn't make any sense. It's not a good fit. Yeah, I don't know what you guys think of Odds Jam. You can put in the comment section what you think of Odds Jam. They just kind of came out, the email came out of nowhere, and I recognized them. So just let me know if they're like a good or a bad company. If you could, please like the video. If you haven't, subscribe to the channel. And if you have a little bit of extra time, leave a comment for the algorithm. The special word for today, let's just go with bet. Just leave the word bet in the comment section, and that'll help get this video out there with the more and more comments there are, and I would really appreciate that. I also want to thank you guys again for everyone being so great in the community, in the Discord with the donations. Thank you for that. There's just one thing that I've noticed that I wanted to just bring to everyone's attention, and I know it's gonna keep happening, but I get messages and people will ask me like, hey man, is this a lock? And some people will tell me like, man, I'm in a bad financial situation, I need to know, is this a lock? First of all, if you're in a bad financial situation, you shouldn't be doing this. This is not the way to get out of a bad financial situation. And second of all, there are no locks. You don't even know if you're going to wake up in the morning. So that's not a lock. So I do have a story after I give all the picks. If you want to stay around, I'll let you know a life story of mine. But if you're just here for the picks, I'll give you the picks and we can get to that. So my first pick is Mason Plumlee up against the Jazz. The Jazz give up the second most points, the 6th most rebounds, the 7th most assists, and the 2nd most fantasy points to the center position. And Plumlee has 19.5 points, 11 rebounds, and 2.5 assists over his last 5 road games. So he keeps scoring more and more and more, and this is going to be a great matchup for him against the Jazz, who just give up so many points and rebounds to the center position. I know his rebound prop is getting higher, and he's averaging 11, but I think you could go points and rebounds for Mason Plumlee. My second pick on the other side of that matchup, I like Jordan Clarkson up against the Hornets. The Hornets give up the 4th most points and the 7th most assists to the point guard position. And Jordan Clarkson isn't exactly like the biggest passer in the world, but over his last 5 home games, he has 27.5 points, 6.5 rebounds, and almost 4 assists. So with them giving up so many points and assists, you could go just points and assists, but if they bump up his PRA by less than the 6.5 rebounds that he's averaging, then I think you can go PRA with him. Or you could just look at points. With him averaging 27.5 over his last 5 home games and them giving up so many points, you could just go with points. I think his line's been around 21.5, so that would definitely be a good play. So my third pick, I had to do some data maneuvering here. I'm picking Lauri Markkanen up against the Hornets. The Hornets give up the third most points, the most rebounds, and the most three-pointers to the center position. So I know Lauri Markkanen isn't the center for the Jazz, to start the game at least. They have a guy named Walker Kessler that plays. He averages 20 to 25 minutes a game, and he really doesn't do much. He's not very aggressive offensively. So the Jazz like to go small ball a lot, where Markkanen is moving down to the center position. So I'm accepting these center stats for Lauri Markkanen, especially with the most three-pointers to centers. This is in favor for Lauri Markkanen. And he has 27.5 points, 12 rebounds, and 3.5 three-pointers made over his last 5 home games. So with the third most points, most rebounds, most three-pointers, I'm definitely looking at points and rebounds. Rebounds only. If it's lower, he's been getting 12. So if it looks pretty low, you could go with that, or you can look at the 3-point prop. But points, rebounds, and three-pointers are all stats to look at for Lauri Markkanen in this matchup. This game was just played, the Timberwolves versus Houston. They're now playing in Houston. They flip-flopped. But with the stats, I'm looking at D'Angelo Russell up against the Rockets. The Rockets, of course, give up the most points, the second most assists, the most steals, the most three-pointers, and the most fantasy points to the point guard position. And Russell has 19 points, 6 assists, and 3 rebounds over his last 5 road games. And in their last matchup that they just played, Russell had 23 points, 8 assists, and he made 4 3-point shots. I know what you're thinking. Anthony Edwards did just light up the Rockets. He took 29 shots. I'm expecting his lines to be very high, so I'm not making him as a pick because I don't have any data to back it up other than the really good game he just played. But he did have 44 points, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists, and he shot 8 for 16 from the 3-point line. So he definitely felt very comfortable playing against the Rockets defense, and I don't see anything stopping him. I just want to see where the lines come out with this one. So if they have his lines very high because of this matchup and what just happened, maybe stay away, because I don't know if he's going to take 30 shots again. This guy's been on fire, and this is if Rudy Gobert is out. Alfred Sengun of the Rockets, he has 21 points, 11.5 rebounds, and 6.5 assists over his last 5 games. He's really been just feeling himself, and in the last game that he just played, with Gobert sitting, he got 19 points, 16 rebounds, and 7 assists. So I have a feeling that if Gobert shows up, this might be a little bit too much for the young guy, or he could surprise me. But if Gobert sits, I definitely feel more comfortable taking Sengun points and rebounds. But if Gobert plays, I would say maybe fade it for now. I'm looking at Harrison Barnes up against the Grizzlies. The Grizzlies give up the 5th most points to the small forward position, and Harrison Barnes has 22 points over his last 5 home games. So he's just been scoring very well. Grizzlies are going to be on a back-to-back, and they usually have his lines in the upper teens. This definitely a good spot for him to break that. Maybe 17.5 is where I've seen him lately, or 18.5. But with the Grizzlies' interior defense being so good, with Steven Adams, Jaren Jackson Jr., Harrison Barnes is one of those guys that just stands in the corner. He's waiting to shoot threes. I can see De'Aaron Fox driving, kicking out. Sabonis trying to post up, kick out. This could be a Harrison Barnes game. My next pick, I got Jason Tatum up against the Magic. It looks like Jason Tatum's going to be back, And the Magic give up the second most points to the small forward position and the most 3-pointers to the small forward position. And Tatum has 33.5 points, 9.5 rebounds, and 5.5 assists over his last 5 road games. So there's not much else to say about this. Just a great matchup for Jason Tatum overall. He's probably going to have Banchero guarding him, rookie, and it's just going to be all-you-can-eat buffet for him. In this next one, it's kind of more of a breakdown than a pick. I'm just going to put it as one pick for the video, but the Trailblazers are going to be on a back-to-back. I have no idea who's going to play, but they're playing the Spurs, and the Spurs suck. They give up so many different positions, a lot of points. So I'm gonna break this down for you, and we'll see who sits and who plays, and we'll go from there when the lines come out. So point guard position, Spurs give up the 6th most points, and Lillard, he's averaged 36 points over his last 5 home games. Shooting guard position, they give up the 2nd most points to, and Anthony Simons has 17.5 points over his last 5 home games. The power forward position, they give up the 2nd most points, and Jeremy Grant has 19.5 points over his last 5 home games. And the center position, they give up the 6th most points to. And Nurkic has 16 points over his last 5 home games. So I'll give you all those stats just to break it down. Like if Dame sits, then maybe take a look at Jeremy Grant because they give up the 2nd most points. If they all play, then we're just going to take a look at the lines, see how high they are. Compare them to these averages here, and all these guys have a great chance of scoring a lot. This game does have the 2nd highest over under total points, and there is a potential for a blowout. The over under is 241 points, so that's 120 points each for each team. So you could technically go with every single one of these guys on the over in points. So there's going to be a lot of points scored, or there's going to be a blowout. So that's my 7 picks plus 1 breakdown, which I'm calling the 8th pick. So everyone that was here for the picks, catch you guys later. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and thank you for watching. And to the people where I say, not everything is guaranteed. For me, back in June, I actually have epilepsy. I have seizures in my sleep. I was diagnosed with that when I was 24 years old, and it just hit me, came out of nowhere. And in June, I was hit with a outbreak of seizures. I had 30 in 2 days. My wife, she saved my life. I was on my back, and when someone's on their back having a seizure, they're choking, and they're going to die if you don't turn them over. But luckily she was there and she helped me. I woke up in the hospital, and after 30 seizures, they didn't know if I was going to come back, and they tried every medication to save me, and the very last one stopped it. So I've been taking that ever since June, and I haven't had a seizure since. But when people sit there and they just keep saying, is this a lock? Is this a lock? I just keep thinking, like, man, you don't even know if, tomorrow's a lock. So yeah, I was in the hospital for 3 days. I was able to get up and walk out of there. They say if I have one more, then we're gonna have to look into brain surgery, which kind of sucks. But yeah, nothing is a lock. I know we all have our crazy stories, and I know telling that story is not going to stop people from asking for locks and all that. I just want, if you're watching this and if you're in a bad financial situation and you think this is going to get you out of it with locks, someone will say it was a lock after it happened, but not everything is a lock. So God bless you all. I hope you all have a great day, and if you're not having a good day, I hope it gets better. So my name is Jordan. It's the final round. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye.